When I get home, there's always that reflex. You feel alone on the street, but you're surrounded by so many houses. In some ways, I know how you feel. I have gotten up twice to check the locks on the door. I check the backseat of my car. I listen for creaks on the floor. I have battened down the hatches. I have changed my number. I have changed my passwords. And I know that you're hurting. And I know there are people you pray for. And I know that on most days you want nothing more than to feel safe. To walk slowly. To live somewhere without a passcode to open the drapes any time of day. But this calling for cover, from strangers with guns to hand all your problems over to a system that doesn't give a shit about you, when his neighbors knew all along that something wasn't right, who heard her crying up all through the night and did nothing, are off the hook. And all we can do is be angry and lock him up. We don't find out why, we lock him up. We don't question how one can raise a child who'd make demands with the blade of a knife. We lock him up. But when times are tough, the first thing we cut is the methadone clinic, mental health programs, the food bank budget. We sweep whole families under the rug. I tell you, I knew a woman who slept in her car. She always woke up twice to check her door locks. But when she robbed a gas station for cigarettes, they locked her up, so for a time she slept in a proper bed away from the streets, but watched by cameras. Clockwork boots thump by to check her door locks, but at night she still panics, because on the inside there is sadness and violence, and on the outside she has no bed. What we know as criminal is the sum of so many hard stories, but they are like us. They read, they write poetry. But most of the ones we lock away were only harming their own bodies, but their voices are silent, because we run from them. Because methadone weighs down the lips until all you can do is sit and breathe loudly. Building walls around a problem is not the same as problem solving. What are we doing? When we march what we fear through the doors of an institution, as if the strength of the bricks, the conviction of the tall wire fences will soothe what ails us from the outside. But inside those walls, life presses hard into silence. There is loneliness, redemption, there are pills, and there is violence. Could it be true that our best answer is this? Being forced to suck dick in a dark corner of a prison gym? Are we healing something toxic or sanctioning punishment? Does it really take an investigation to learn why prisoners drink toilet cleaner to try and commit suicide? Imagine the inside of a prison as a family home on your block, and ask yourself, if shit got messy in that house, would you reach a hand out and try to talk? We are nothing but a collection of every family home with all its loneliness, redemption, and its violence. And I know you are scared, but I want to open the windows. I want to let the light in. If together we demand more from our neighbors, we take violence more seriously when teaching our sons and our daughters to play together, if we stopped running, looking behind us, and looked at each other, maybe we would feel a little safer. Or maybe not. Maybe one day I will forget to check the locks and live to regret it. So maybe what I'm trying to say is that I know you are scared, but tonight I'm sliding the deadbolt open if you want to come and talk.
No.